Welcome back, traders. It's time to watch another ICT lecture. Now, the past couple of weeks, I was really focused on finishing the 2024 backtesting series. I just concluded that and shown my results. I hope you check it out and see what can be done when you invest some time and effort. Now, I apologize, it's been a long time since I've watched some ICT, so there's a lot of videos to catch up on. But I hope you will still tune in, even though these videos are a little dated. The market has been in consolidation for the past month, so not much expansion, and hopefully we can take something away and get some insight, and of course I'll give my own commentary as well. If you want to watch the original video, I'll link it in the description, but let's begin. Okay, so I quickly noticed that this one does not have any audio. I don't know if he did it on purpose or if it was accidental, but anyway, this one will be different. What I'll do is play this at 1.5 speed and give you my thoughts throughout this trade example. So unfortunately, no ICT, but hopefully I can still provide some insight. I forgot to mention that this one is called the NQ Review Advanced First Presented Fair Value Gap trade on May 16th. So as we watch through, let's focus on the first presented fair value gap. Okay, so it looks like he entered short here. He has his risk just above that high, actually just above the 50% of this fair value gap. This red 1 minute fair value gap is the first presented fair value gap of the day. And we can see that we had just rallied above 50% and then we started going down outside of the fair value gap and even closed below it. So I'm guessing that played a role in why he decided to enter close to here at consequent encroachment and have his stop above that high, thinking that it probably is done going into the fair value gap and it won't be going above 50% any longer. Now, he is targeting this 21,360 level. I don't know exactly what this is. I assume it's the previous day low or some relative equal lows or something. Hopefully he'll show it later on in the video, but we do also have minor buy side here below this morning consolidation. Also note that the opening range between 9:30 and 10 o'clock, this is the low of that opening range. Okay, so it looks like he is moving his stop down to the high of that down candle, the first down candle, anticipating there will not be another change in the state of delivery. So, with price dropping down with this big fair value gap, he's actually moving. I was about to say that I don't anticipate this fair value gap to get closed in. So you can see he just moved his stop to break even, or better than break even, but above this fair value gap, thinking that this is not going to get closed in. It'll probably be a breakaway gap. So, if it was me, I would consider taking a partial below the minor sell side liquidity here. But it looks like he's going to do all 6 contracts at this low, the 21,360 target. I'm thinking, why is this video called Advanced Fair Value Gap or Advanced First Presented Fair Value Gap? I guess because he's going in like just at the consequent encroachment. It's not really the first time it went into the fair value gap, but it's not like creating a breaker. It's not like on a fair value gap. So I don't know. I'm not exactly sure why he called this the advance. I would like to actually hear his commentary, but unfortunately we don't have it here. So I'm actually looking at this orange fair value gap here. I wonder what this one is. Looks like it's something from maybe the previous day or earlier this morning. And okay, it looks like it is showing it. It is a previous fair value gap. I don't know why this is all grayed here. Here, I'm gonna go back just for a second and pause the video. So I'm not sure what this gray thing here. It looks like pre-market session, but it's at 6:16, 6:15 time. I'm not exactly sure what this time window is. So yeah, Yeah, I don't know. But it is the first fair value gap between this time window after Friday's closed, and I'm not exactly sure why he picked this fair value gap, at 615. I don't recall any mentions of a 615 like importance in his past videos. But anyways, he projected this fair value gap all the way forward. And you'll notice here, let me go ahead and move myself out of the way. You'll notice that it is at the low end of that first presented fair value gap. So there is a little bit of relevance there. But yeah, let's go ahead and just continue with the show here. And he's showing another fair value gap here. You can see price did wick into it. Yeah, he's going to highlight this and think that maybe this could be resistance. Now, if it does go up, we still have this fair value gap here with a volume imbalance. So 3 PD arrays protection. But I would assume that if this starts going lower, he'll move his stop down probably to the upper part of this fair value gap. Perhaps if you kind of look at it from this high to this low, this fair value gap's also like in the middle of it, so this could be used as a measuring gap, and he'll probably put his stop just above the measuring gap if we go ahead and pierce through the minor sell side liquidity. Okay, so we went ahead and pierced through it. As you can see, he's labeling this as the first presented fair value gap. Now it's all the way up here, even though the wick is down here. He included this part because there is a small volume imbalance. So make sure you always include the volume imbalance if it has one within a fair value gap. So rather than cutting it off at this high, he went up all the way here, and that's how he's using the midpoint when he entered. So obviously you can see he's not taking any partial here at the minor buy side liquidity. So looks like he's really confident in that 21,360 sell side target. I thought he would move his stop, but I guess perhaps he's waiting for another fair value gap to get to be presented. Okay, I'm also looking at this wick here, this lower wick, 50% of it. You can see the body just stopped right at it. Could we have a big drop here from 50% of this wick? Now, if we go above this candle, it may want to revisit this fair value gap here, this measuring gap. I'm really taking note how he is being really patient with his stop, keeping his stop all the way up there. I'm trying to work on my own stop placement, because, well, if you watch through my backtesting series, you'll know that I struggle a lot with my stop management in my own trading. So I tend to focus on that whenever I watch his trade examples. And I would recommend for you, whatever your weakness is, try to focus on that when you're looking at his trade examples as well. If you don't know your weakness, well, I will suggest taking a look at my backtesting guide. I do have one on my channel, and I also backtested the whole year of 2024. So if you check that out, you'll see the journey that I went through. And that's how I pretty much found out what my weaknesses were going through that year of backtesting. So I recommend it. You go ahead, check that out, and backtest yourself so you can probably discover your own weaknesses. Now, anyways, I see that he is moving his stop down now. I'm not exactly sure why that is. Why he waited this long for it. Perhaps he's wanting to see this volume imbalance here. That will give him another PD array of protection. And then he went ahead and move it close to the high of that fair value gap. So this measuring gap. And now he's highlighting that volume imbalance. Now remember, volume imbalances, they're like the most flexible PD array. So it can go through it, then come back down and then reuse it. It can just be used multiple times. So even though it is a PD array, it is very flexible in that it can price can go through it and not have to like strictly respect this. So what I'm looking at here, it came back up to this previous low, kind of using that previous low as a PD array. Also, we have this wick here. With this wick, you can look at 50% of it and this volume balance. So he may have wanted to look for 3 PD arrays before moving his stop down to above that measuring gap. And here he's noting another volume balance. So multiple PD arrays here. I wonder if we make a new low, if he's going to go ahead and move his stop to, let's say, above this up candle. But you know, with price being so low, it'll probably just go through and hit his target anyway. So there's really no need to move his stop. Looks like it's going to take it out here. I guess, you know, if we end the video here, it's a pretty simple, straightforward trade example. I wish I would have gotten some of his commentary, especially like his idea on like why he wants to move his stop at a certain time, what he was exactly looking for or waiting for. I'm also seeing here back, looks like we have some kind of breaker here too. And okay, it looks like the video is going to end. It did take its target. So let me go ahead and just stop it right here. And yeah, so I was mentioning that before, it looks like we had this drop down and then a rally up and then displacement down. So even within the first presented fair value gap, if you look a little bit to the left, there's also a breaker here. Technically, there is a breaker here. So that may have also played a role into why he was using this as an entry here. I'm going to just play the video a little bit longer. Looks like he's going to do something with the setting, maybe show the execution or... Okay, yeah, he's just going to flash the execution. Okay. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it for this one. A straightforward trade example. We've seen it numerous times. Without his commentary, I can't say I got much out of it. I did like seeing how he moved his stop loss though. Like I said before, it's been one of my struggles in my trading, so always good to see so I can try and improve on my own weakness. But that's it. I hope you were able to get something out of this. Like this video and subscribe if you haven't done so. More lectures to come, but until next time, guys, safe trading.